with La Spezia and Pentai Spirit ranging up. Tycoon Bucks running on late. An Irishman headed by La Spezia in the shadows, and La Spezia won it.
Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Now that I've caught her, it's a bit easier, but yeah, Spezia, she was great the other day. First up, you can see just her temperament, what she's like, and why it's so important to have a horse like this running around a paddock. She just lets off plenty of steam, locked up in a box drives her nuts. So she was good first up, 1400. You know she's probably going to be a 2,000 metre horse, so carried a bit of weight too against the older horses and against the boys as well. So yep, nice sound, healthy horse going forward. Probably take her to maybe, there's about 3 different races for her in the next week or so, but probably take her to the Valley next Friday night. Once again, her temperament, we don't know how she's going to go night racing, but it might actually be a little bit cooler and might actually help her a little bit. But I thought she was really good the other day, tracked up into the race nice, found when she needed to go up to a mile, she's only going to get better and drop a couple of kilos in weight. A couple of other horses I thought went really good. Big Chestorius here, or as the race caller called him, Chestosaurus. Don't know where he got that from, but he was good. He got beat a short half head. He just sort of when he probably get to the front way too early, and the winner went straight past him, but he chased it back really good. He'd probably go up to a 2,400 metre race with him now, and he's a beautiful big staying horse. He'll make it one day. This horse, he'll win a really nice race. Just he's just a big baby learning what to do. Mauser was okay. I thought he led pretty easy and give a nice kick. They probably wrong track, big long straight at Geelong, probably not the ideal sort of thing for him. Young Douro, he was okay again. He ran third, wasn't beaten far. So all those horses were sort of pretty close to the mark without winning. They, quite easily in 2 weeks' time they could probably all win. I have no runners till next week, and so next week, Wednesday at Sandown, I'll probably take little Miss Gutsaa here to town. She's running in those good sort of quality mares races, and there's a couple of races for her. There's a Class 1, there's a 64, and there's a Fillies and Mares 70. So I'll nominate her for all 3 races and pick the right one. But little Miss Gutsaa, she only got beat a short half head the other day in a race that's probably not going to be any stronger, any weaker than what she's going to run in on Wednesday, so she's probably going to get a really good chance. Stepping up to the 1400, I think we tried her last time over the trip, but she sort of led them up, and I thought she was a little bit vulnerable, where I think ridden off the speed, she'll run a really strong 1400, and that'll probably be her go. Come along Jeffrey here. I've got him in at Sandown on Wednesday. There's a little 1400 metre maiden there. As far as maideners go, he's probably as good as there is getting around the place. So normally this time of year you'd have a little bit of a drop off in grade. So it might be just a chance to run him in a really good prize money maiden. Look, his last 2 starts have been really good. He's got to the line nice and strong. He's probably a bit stiff not to have won. So certainly I think it's worthwhile. I'll have a look at the fields. If he draws a nice gate and get a good jockey to ride him, I think we're probably worthwhile. If not, there's a nice race for him on the following weekend. So let's come along Jeffrey. We'll probably go to Sandown in a 7 furlong maiden on Wednesday.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week we just brought a couple of our youngsters back in. On my right here with me, I've got Zippity Zooster. He's an absolute monster, this boy. He's always been a pretty big horse, even as a 2-year-old. He probably towered over a few of our older horses, but yeah, nice sort of quiet, laid back sort of customer. But yeah, he sort of tried up okay last time for a sort of a real sort of immature sort of horse. But yeah, hopefully this time we can get in the races and yeah, sort of see what he can do at the races. On my left here, the chestnut, got Devil Ears. He's well named with his ears looking like devil ears, so that's where the name comes from. Sort of a little sort of racy sort of type. He thought he'd trial up probably a little bit better than what he did the last time in, but Daniel Moore sort of put it down to the track, that he just didn't handle the wet track. But there's been a heap of form out of that trial, so hopefully he seemed to look like he was going to really track into it and finish off, but he just sort of got sort of a bit plugged down in the wet track. But hopefully Daniel Moore's assessment of the horse was correct, because his work here at home going into it was really good and sharp and things like that. So hopefully this time in he can take that work that he shows us here at the farm to the trials and furthermore to the races. And yeah, because I think if his work here at the farm is anything to go by, I think he's got a pretty bright future.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Good, that little silly one at Warrnambool, wasn't it? She's like a really nice progressive horse, lightly raced, nice and sound. She's really well looked after, and hopefully she'll have a really good next coming into this sort of time of year when the quality of racing drops off. She can have a really good time of it. A couple of the horses raced really well. They should all be sort of hopefully winning in the next couple of weeks. So busy time ahead, and hopefully there's a couple of really good chances in the next 3 or 4 weeks. A couple of interesting horses running in town next week. Both those horses will probably go around at 10 or 12 to 1, and I think they're both place or better chances. So really looking forward to sort of the next, certainly the next month, and then right through the Christmas period, going to have a lot of horses racing, and a lot of them sort of should be able to go through their grades. Exciting times, I think. Until next week, see you later.
Now I have to ask the question.
Be careful, Matty.
You give yourself away. Can we just pull the mask down? What's happened?
Be careful, Matty.
What's happened, mate?
Be careful, Matty.
Come on. Just...
Righto, that's it. See ya.